Just going to wait for the notification to confirm we're live, and then we should be getting this race underway. But I think we are live. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Academy League Championship here at Gavra Racing. We're back for round number 7 here at Monza. And wow, what a few races we've had recently. The last one at Hungary, the previous one at Silverstone. Some classics in the Academy. It's been a really good start to the championship. We're now entering the second half, the second phase of the championship, where points are even more crucial to grab as the championship ends closer, or it nears towards the final race of the season at Abu Dhabi. But we're here tonight for Monza for this race here, round 7. Just waiting for everyone to start tuning in. But yes, we've got the 18-minute qualifying session as usual. We've got 16 and a half minutes left to go. We've got the stream up nice and early for this one tonight. 2 drivers starting off on this qualifying session on the medium tyres. But let's just have a quick flashback to last week's race at Hungary. Absolutely insane race, probably one of the best of the season. We pretty much had everything on offer. A fight for the lead, safety cars and changeable conditions up in the weather, sorry, not up in front. Changeable conditions for the weather. If you haven't seen it, make sure to check it out on the YouTube channel. I'm just getting the stream up now on my computer. And yeah, I hope everyone's having a great day so far. A wonderful Monday afternoon. Let's get on board with Pinty here. Your current championship leader on 112 points makes his way into turn 1. A slight lock up on the front right, takes a little bit of curb on the outside, short shifts up to 3rd gear. It's through Parabolica. No, through Curva Grande, sorry. Parabolica is the final corner. I knew that was wrong as soon as I said it, yellow flags, but I think that might just be people, drivers on their outlaps, going through the actually really technical second chicane. If you ride one of those curbs wrongly, then you will be launched up off the track and into the barrier. And you'll be saying hello to the volunteer marshals. Yellow flags, and not sure why that's for. It looks like someone's off at turn 1, maybe. Is that Hilstadinho? No, it's not. I think that could be Nico Zora. Someone was backwards. It is. It's Witzel off. Currently in 11th place in the session, and he's gone off at the second chicane. Might have been thrown by one of the barriers. But riding back on board with Pinty, your current championship leader, who leads the way on 112 points. The only driver to score on the podium in every race so far this season. Rounds the final corner. This is Parabolica. Up to the line. Witzel gets a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Liam. But the first banker time is on the screen, and it's a 1 minute 20.3. And I think Witzel's. Is he beached on the curb? I think Witzel's beached on the curb here, ladies and gentlemen. And he's been disqualified for parking it in a dangerous location. I've seen it before, but it never happened in a league race. As Dutchy goes second on the mediums, beaten by Hilstadinho on the softs. But disastrous start for Witzel. His second race in the Academy, and he's been beached on the curb on the second chicane. How unfortunate. We've got Lucas making his way up to the line, so Bochum goes up into second. What can Lucas do? Goes up into 4th place with a 21.9. Sumi's rounding the final corner as well. Let's see what time he can do in the pink, white and black car, currently in 8th place, but will move up into 4th, 4 tenths behind Hilstadinho and 1 second off provisional pole position. Here goes Mr. Morningow up to the line. Won't open DRS before the line because the activation is after the line, and goes up into 6th place. The top 7 all on the soft compound of tyres. And Dutchy the top runner on the slower medium tyres. Try and find, I think Liam's on a lap going through the second chicane now. Having a look at his previous form in the championship, picked up his first podium last week in Hungary. He's currently running 7th place in the championship. Yellow flags, I think that's Nico Zora and Mr. Morning possibly getting out of the way of each other. No, that's Mr. Morning backwards at the second chicane, and I'd imagine took one of the sausage curbs a little bit too aggressively on the inside of the chicane. But do have only one Nico Rosman coming up to the line. Is actually going to come into the pits. Someone's going to finish to the lap. Is that Whiskey? It is Whiskey, and he doesn't improve on his position. Might have improved on his lap time though. Here's Tibokrin going up to the line and actually decides to come into the pits by Jasper, though, who's going to finish this lap. Doesn't improve on his time, but will start another one on the soft compound of tyres. Liam, that lap was good enough for 4th place, only just 4th place, almost almost 3rd place in fact, less than half a tenth off Hilstadinho, who is coming into the pits now. And we're kind of at that phase of qualifying session where everyone's done their first flying banker laps. Liam's off at turn 1. A few mistakes being made early on in this qualifying session, a few drivers losing it on the curbs. Duncan comes across the line, doesn't actually set a time, so might have invalidated his run. Is this Mr. Morning coming up to the line? No, it's Mr. Morning going into the pits even. Dutchy, by the way, is almost 6 seconds off of his personal best, so he won't be improving. He'll probably be coming into the pits. And Mr. Morning actually has no front wing. Not sure what happened to him. But yeah, we're kind of at that phase where everyone's on their in-laps or in the pits. We've got yellow flags in all 3 sectors, but I think that's just cars slowing down for one another. Dutchy's coming into the pits. Let's see if Jasper decides to come into the pits going around the final corner. I think he's going to come into the pits considering the fact he's already passed the 1 minute 20 mark. Indeed he does. Currently has a 1 minute 24 flat to his name, but I'm sure he can go quicker than that. Hello to everyone in the chat joining us here for the Academy round number 7. Cyrax is going to start his flying lap. Hasn't currently set a time on the board. More yellows in all 3 sectors. But we're not going to worry about that for now, because let's get an onboard of Cyrax. It's a long run down towards turn 1. Braking it around the 100 metre board. He's locked up the front tyres. Has slowed it down just enough, but that might have cost him about 2 tenths going through the first chicane. Working your way up through the gears, foot flat to the throttle, going through Curva Grande, hooking up, keeping it tight to the inside before braking once again at the 100 metre board for the second chicane. You don't want to take too much curb on either side. Manages to avoid it, runs wide, goes over the curb, but doesn't actually invalidate his time. That might have cost him a few extra tenths of a second. Hooks up the first Lesmo nicely. The 50 metre board has been eliminated for the second one, but is still able to hold his braking zone quite well, opening up the DRS in the run down towards Ascari chicane. Most satisfying corners on his track if you can get it right. Braking 100 metres, turning at the 50, hooks it up nicely, half throttle. You don't want to spin on the curbs, which is really easy to do on previous F1 games, and in fact this F1 game. And it's a fairly long run down towards Parabolica. Nice overtaking opportunity, but a place where you can gain so much time. And in the run down towards turn 1, crucial to get that corner right. He hooks it up, keeps it to the inside. Where can Cyrax put his car? Goes up into 7th place and behind Lucas and ahead of Whiskey on 22-2 so far. We've got 9 minutes and 10 seconds left to go, and all but 2 drivers have set lap times. Nico Zora and Tutti Boy still yet to set times, and having said that, Nico Zora goes up into 10th place, and Tutti Boy on the yellow striped medium tyres is about to set his first time. Let's see what he can do on the slower compounder tyre going around the final corner. What time is it going to be? How competitive is it going to be compared to the soft runners? It's up into 10th place. Yellow flags, but I think that's just drivers slowing down. As Pinty, he's on a lap and he's 2 tenths up on the soft tyres. He might be able to extend his provisional pole advantage. He might have had slipstream from, I think that's Whiskey behind. No, it's not. It might be Nico Zora or Hilstadinho. And Pinty does extend his gap out in front, and it was Hilstadinho behind Pinty, so maybe some slipstream there was given. And someone's off at turn 1. That's only one Luca Rosman failing. Well, you know, as you can see the turning boards. What are they called? I've completely lost my words. But obliterating the polystyrene boards at turn 1. Nico Zoras actually retired on the exit of Ascari. That might have been an incident there. You can see it is 3 wheels left, or maybe even 2 wheels on a Nico's car. And a really easy accident, or really commonplace to lose the rear. And but Tutti Boy has invalidated his time. And there you can see the stranded car on the left-hand side of the track. Mr. Morning starting one of his lap times, currently on the soft compound of tyre. But only Tubokran is a tenth and a half up through the first sector. Let's have a look what he can do. He's currently running in a competitive place in the championship, currently running second place on 84 points after picking up a win last week in Hungary. Making his way through the second Lesmo now, early on the throttle, opening up the DRS down the run, down the straight, in the run down towards Ascari. More yellow flags in the first sector, but I believe these are just drivers pulling out of each other's way. Going through Ascari, we might see a few incidents in the race with cold tyres and heavy fuel loads. In the run down towards Parabolica now, we've only got 6.5 minutes left to go. That's about 2 flying laps. Round the final corner now. What type of lap time is it going to be? It's not going to be a quick one because he comes into the pits. Mr. Morning's unfortunately disconnected. Hopefully he can join back before the race starts. Let's have a look at the chat as Jasper is improving on by 300ths of a second. Thank you to everyone who is tuning in early on. Welcome to Zexified, Tobster, Fabi Topdex. Welcome. Robert Codfather, Croissant Dip, welcome. Hello Mason as well, Zexify. Welcome everyone in the chat. And by Jasper has actually invalidated his lap. So can improve, but it won't go on the leaderboard as a set time. Sumi goes up into 5th place with a 1:21.3, just behind last week's race winner Tubokran, who's currently in 4th place. Let's have a look at what drivers have set their fastest times on. The top 10, all on the soft compound tyres, apart from Cyrax, who's going out on mediums, but his best has been set on the soft tyres. It's going to be tough for him to improve on his time unless he deliberately done a slower lap on the soft tyres. It's going to be interesting to see what he does on those mediums and if he can improve on his soft time. Let's have a look and see if Subi's going to improve on this stuff. I think he just set a lap time though, so he might be coming into the pits with about 5 minutes left to go. That's enough time to come into the pits, put a fresh set of tyres on, and then go back out on the track. Dutchy committed to the medium strategy. It's actually slowing down before the line, but I think he actually improved, is able to improve, and might be going out on a set of softs for the final flying lap. Let's have a look and see who else is on a lap. Sumi's on a lap, but he's not improving. Lucas is going down the start-finish straight in towards turn 1. He's already done 2 laps on those soft tyres, so they're definitely not going to be in a prime condition. Does have a little bit of traffic up in front, but pulls over nicely. It's Dutchy, by the way, pulling over to the left-hand side. Both Liam and Cyrax on lap. Cyrax is on about to start his flying lap on the medium tyres. Lucas is just a 10th down, under a 10th down through the middle sector, approaching the second Lesmo, as Pinty starting what might be his first or penultimate flying lap. Tubokran, that might have been as well, coming across the start-finish line. Yes, indeed it is, on the soft compound tyres. Thank you to everyone currently watching. Yellow flags in all 3 sectors. Curva Grande, Parabolica are pretty much the only 2 corners that aren't shown yellows. Hello J&B Surreal as well in the chat. I hope you're having a great day, and your day's about to get even better when we get the 5 red lights underway here at Monza. Lucas has ran out of fuel, so he'll be into the pits, and I'm not sure he's going to get enough time to come back out with 3 minutes left to go. It's going to have to be a splash and dash type pit stop, the quickest pit stop you've ever seen, as Tubokran, currently in 4th place, might want to improve on that to get himself on the front row, with the DRS aiding him down the back straight in the run down towards Ascari. Last week's race winner, he's 3/10 up on his lap time. This could get him in the 20s, but he's gone deep into Ascari. That might have cost him the 3/10 that he worked up in the opening 2 sectors of the lap, and that might have been, well, we'll have to wait and see how much time that's cost him going through the final corner. He's backed off. He's backing off on this lap, and he's going to go for it again on the next. Duncan's going around the final corner to set his lap time. It's a 23 flat, sorry. Currently good enough for 15th place, but will have enough time to go again. What a time is better than no time. And Tubokrin is backing off on this time as Liam goes up into second place and joins Pinty on the front row of the grid. Jasper's about to start his lap. He's got only one Luca Rosman a few seconds down the road. More yellow flags for some reason. Drivers, though, seem to be going at usual race pace. Only one Luca Rosman running the... what's it called? Day of the Dead theme delivery, that's it. That Codemaster's dropped for Halloween. Sumi starting his lap, so we've got all our drivers now, or the majority of the grid, starting their final flying laps. Hilstadinho going around the final corner to start his final lap. We've got Whiskey going around the final corner to start his flying lap as well, so it is going to be Duncan, the next driver, to set the next fastest lap. Going through the Ascari chicane, was it quick? We'll have to wait and see. The track is at its grippiest. Slipstream is definitely crucial to getting a good lap time round here. 84% of the lap, you are full throttle. Going around the final corner, takes a nice wide line, keeps it tight to the right hand side. Can he promote himself from 15th place? Yes, he can. Goes inside the top 10, goes up into 8th place. Can Pinty extend his provisional pole advantage? Yes, he can. He does by 5 tenths. It's a 20.4. Can Liam react? No, he comes into the pits. What about Tubokrin? He currently runnings in 5th place and is about to start his final lap. He backed out on that one once again. He's doing another lap here on the soft compound tyres. What about only one Luca Rosman? He's not improving. He's going to set himself up for his final lap by Jasper up to line. He didn't improve either. So he is going to be starting his final lap, getting an extra little bit of extra heat and temperature into his soft compound tyres. Lucas starting his final lap after completing an out lap. We've got Sumi coming around the final corner up to the line. He does improve, but doesn't improve on position. Only lap time. 30 seconds left to go in the session. Hilstadinho is coming around the final corner. Only one Luca Rosman has retired from the session. That looks like a manual retirement. His car off at the exit of turn 2 in towards turn 3. Hilstadinho goes up into 4th place. I think actually maintains 4th place. Just extends his advantage. Goes into the second row of the grid. Whiskey on an out lap will have enough time to start his final lap. Opens the DRS with 10 seconds left to go. Duncan's going to be the next driver to finish his flying lap. The time is up, but the checkered flag hasn't been waved. You'll see when the time is up, when the drivers in the pits get the checkered flag waved to their name, and Duncan actually aborts the lap, comes into the pits. What about Tubokrin, currently in 6th place? Last week's race winner. The checkered flag has been raised. A little bit twitchy through the final corner, and I think he's run out of fuel. And Duncan has retired. That appears to be a manual retirement as well. Pinsy's backed off of his time. He won't be improving from provisional pole. By Jasper's gone wide around the final corner. Can he improve from 3rd place on the grid? No, he can't. He's a 10th off his personal best. Pinsy's backing off of this lap time. What about Lucas? Can he improve from 9th place? Yes, he does. Goes up into 5th place with a 21.2 behind Hilstadinho and ahead of only one Luca Rosman. A good job from Lucas there. I think this is his first race, I believe. I haven't recognised his name in the previous weeks. Hilstadinho has backed off of his lap time. He won't be improving. And this is going to give Whiskey some slipstream down the back straight, but he's on an out lap, so can't improve. We'll have to wait and see, though, if the game actually gives us a lap time. If he's able to start the lap time, I wouldn't imagine he'd be able to do so. And I wonder if well, the timer started 30 seconds into the lap, so this might be a glitch or some sort, but we'll have to wait and see. Unless he can knock Pinty off provisional pole position, it's looking good so far for the Norwegian driver. Yes, Norwegian. I always get the nationalities mixed up in this league. Let's have a look at what the chat's saying. It is really close, to be honest. Really close. 5-tenth gap though out in front, but from there on in you've got 2 tenths between Liam and Tubokrin. That's 2nd to 7th. There's a second separating the top 10 minus Pinty, who extends that gap just a little bit. Whiskey already in the, not sure what's going on with his lap time. Looks like he's going to be able to finish it. He's already in the 26s apparently, but that could just be a timing glitch. We'll just have to wait and see if he can improve. Currently running in 11th place. There's 30 seconds left to go on the clock, and we'll have enough time to finish this lap if the game allows him to. Judging by the time, this is either going to be a broken time. It could be in the 1 minute 10s, 1 minute 12s if it's glitched. We'll have to wait and see what happens. No, it's the 1:23.5, and that will be the end of qualifying. And it is Pinty who puts it on provisional pole position, 5/10 clear of Liam, who will join him on the front row of the grid. By Jasper will start in 3rd place with Hilstadinho alongside him. Lucas in 5th place has only one Luca Rosman for company, down in 6th. Tubokarin takes 7th place with Sumi in 8th and Duncan in 9th. Cyrax in 10th, rounding out the top 10. Gavra, if you're watching, we might have a lobby glitch. The timer is stuck on 1 second. I am not sure. We'll have to, let's just wait and see. No, there we go. There we go. See, I have faith in Codemasters. I have faith in you, Cody. So, you know, thank you for not making us do a lobby restart, because I do not have the waffling skills like Crofty to make it go on for that long. But yeah, those are your top runners from qualifying. We got down to Cyrax, who rounds out the top 10. Whiskey, Mr. Morning, Tootie Boy, Nico Zora, Dutchy and Witzel will also have a free choice of tyre for qualifying out of the top 10. See, Gav, you just have to ask nicely. If you ask Codemasters nicely, then you won't get a lobby glitch. But I'm also slightly concerned that we have no timer on the top of the screen. Usually there is about 30 seconds before we'd advance. Either that or none of the drivers have clicked advance and like looking at the race director, but I find that highly unlikely. And Gav, you might want to just get a lobby ready, potentially, or have your finger on the leave lobby option, because it doesn't look like we're getting into this anytime soon. I think Zexify had this a few weeks ago at Silverstone, I believe. Zexify doing our commentary for the Freshman Super League, and I believe the Weekend League as well, doing a great job over in those leagues. But unless someone's under investigation for some sort of DRS infringement, it doesn't look like the race is going to be starting soon. Unless there's a delay, some sort of Spa 2021 vibes going on. The race is going to start in 10 minutes. I think, Gav, we might need a lobby restart. Yeah, it's looking that way. It is certainly looking that way, unfortunately. No problem. I mean, we just had to ask nicely, but I think we pushed our luck a little bit too far. Please, Codemasters. I've been a huge fan of your games. Well, F1 game. I don't think I've ever played any other Codemasters games. Always seems to happen at Monza though. Why? Isn't it always Monza where this happens? I feel like it's happened at Monza before. It's just a curse. It's just some sort of bad luck. Oh, there we go. I'm guessing Gavra's just left to make a new lobby, but the game is finally loaded. But unfortunately, we're going to get a new lobby. Apologies, guys. But I'll just wait in this one until the new one's made. Yeah, Zexify makes a good point. It's the temper of speed and the lobby just gets overloaded, overheated, and yeah, the drivers are just too quick. Too quick. You've got the spectators applauding on the grandstands, but I think they're not going to be... Well, they're going to be slightly disappointed when they find out that the race isn't going ahead in this lobby. You can see the front wing scattered about in the pit lane. Supposedly starts in 3 seconds, but I don't know how many drivers are still left in the lobby. But yeah, we are going to get a race restart. Just waiting for Gav to set up the new lobby. We'll be done as quickly as possible. And yes, we will be able to get this one restarted. It just had to happen at some point. Yes, streaming on that PS5. We got the... Hopefully we have the 1080p quality. I don't think we've got any drivers left in this lobby. I think everyone's left. So if anyone wants to stay tuned for an AI race here at Monza, then well, the stream is here for you. And yep, we provide a variety of races here at Gavra Racing. One of them being the weekly AI Fest, where we watch AI drivers take it to the streets of Monza. Streets of Monza. Definitely not a street circuit. Well, it's more of a circuit, not really a street circuit, to be brutally honest. I think it's time to say goodbye to this fellow lobby. Apologies about this, but it had to happen at some phase. Sooner rather than later, but none at all would be ideal. There's the invite. Unless anyone wants to do the F1 esports, then this is for you, but just going to join the invite now. Could have done a hot lap, to be honest, but I have too many assists turned on. I'm joking. No, I'm joking. Don't you... don't, no. Have I got that loading glitch where I've got to restart my game? That's going to stop the stream, isn't it? Oh dear. Oh, it looks that way. It definitely looks that way, unfortunately. I'll try it once again. Yeah, steering assist. I've got them all on. Even got the racing line on the 4D. 3D's not enough. 4D. I've got to have it turn with the car as well. But unfortunately, guys, I've got to restart my game because I've got the loading session glitch. Hopefully, if I pause the stream, it might just keep it on air, but I'm not too sure. So this is going to be the end of qualifying, but we will be back for the race ASAP. I'm just going to pause the broadcast. If it does stop, then, well, it will be going live like 2 seconds later. So apologies, but hopefully I'll see you guys in the next 30 seconds.